Hi everyone, welcome to Suresh Techs. If you are visiting our channel for the first time or if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe Suresh Techs. In our previous tutorial, we had seen about the comments and how do we display the comments. We use less than symbol followed by an exclamation mark and then two dashes. We provide the element information on inside that and then we close it. So that's how we provide the comments. And in this tutorial, we will look at the HTML colors. So we had already seen about few colors. For example, let me open our previous tutorial. So now this is our previous tutorial. If I refresh this and if I save this, so I just saved it and I'm going to refresh this. So this is so for example, if I want to provide a color to this text, okay, so let me provide some color. Okay, so how do I provide? I'll give an attribute called style. The property and the value should be color. I'll give red. I'm just saving this, and if I refresh this, so this will be changed. It's changed because why is it, why does it change the entire? It's because did we close the quotation, we close the quotation, we close the paragraph, but then it applied everywhere. Okay, let me check that. Had given the style color red to the paragraph. Now what happened here? Semicolon if I apply. Oh, this is shocking. Let me check this. It should not happen basically. Color red. Okay, what if I provide background color? Background color is applying to the entire. So why? It should be applied to this paragraph itself because I'm just keeping it. What if I remove this? If I'm refreshing this, okay. Now there is something. There is some problem. You'll give the style. This is correct. This is proper. You're inside the body. Oh, right. See, the body was not closed. I don't know what happened. Somehow the body got closed. See, so that's why it's applying everywhere. Right? So now if you look at here, right, the background color. So the background color has been applied to the only paragraph. So that's why in HTML, if you are doing a small mistake, so it is going to affect to the entire page. Just how I did. Now, so this is what we had seen earlier regarding the colors. We had applied color and then we had applied the background color, right? Okay, let me apply some color to this paragraph. So how do I do that? Style, and then I'll give a color. Let me give a blue. Okay, I'm going to refresh this. What happened again? Okay, see here again mistake. Color. Right, now these were changed. So these are few colors which we had already seen, but today I'm going to tell about a few more things, right? So this is one way to use the colors using the style attribute, but today I'm going to tell few other ways to provide the colors. One such is RGB. So today I'm going to tell few more ways to apply the colors to the HTML page. Now let's look at the presentation. So how to use the colors? So there are different ways available such as RGB, HEX, which is basically hexadecimal, and then HSL, hue, saturation, lightness, and then RGBA. H stands for alpha channels. So now the first one is predefined colors. So there are some predefined colors already available for us from the HTML. So now these are the predefined colors available from the HTML. Now if I say tomato, okay, I can use these all predefined colors to provide the styles to my page. For example, if I want to change the background color of the body is basically the web page. Now if I provide background color as tomato, I'm going to save this, and if I refresh this, see, so this is a color of the tomato. So that's what, so there are some predefined colors already available in HTML which you can use. For example, if you say orange, if you say dodger blue, so this is going to be applied if you say medium sea green. So let's check this medium sea green will work or not. Okay, medium sea green, let me save this, and if I refresh this, see, this got worked. So these are all the predefined colors. So this is one way to provide the colors to the HTML page. Okay, so now these are not just 10 values available, so there are 140 colors available, so which will be displayed in the here. So let me just click here, and so cannot locate internet server, so some issue is there. So you guys just look at this. Okay, so you just tap this in the browser, and let's see what are the different options are different colors available in HTML. So these are all the predefined colors, predefined name colors, so you can use the name available there. Now there is some other option called RGB. So that means we can get different types of colors from the combination of red, green, blue. Consider you have a ball, means take a ball, and then take three palettes. One is red, green, and then blue. So mix these colors. Okay, so the outcome will be some other color. So that means whenever you are mixing these three colors, you will get some other color. So how do you mix it? With different intensities, so each parameter, so red, green, blue, so defines the intensity of the color between 0 to 255. Okay, so now to display black, how do you do this? You set all color parameters to 0. So how do we do that? Okay, let me do it once. Okay, what I will do, instead of providing the background color medium green, okay, what I will do, I'll use RGB. Okay, I'll use RGB, and then followed by a bracket, closed by a bracket. Here I have to provide three colors in different intensities. For example, if I am providing 10% red, I'll provide 20% green, and then I'll provide 30% blue. And if I save this, and if I refresh this, okay, so this is the outcome of three colors mixing in different intensities. So I have mixed 10% red, and then 20% green, and then 30% blue. So this is the outcome of three colors in different intensities, red, green, blue. For example, if I don't mix any of the color, right, so what would be the outcome? So the outcome will be black. Okay, so this is the black. If you are mixing, okay, full colors, okay, from three, red, green, blue, okay, so this would be white. So this is how it happens. So if you try to experiment with all the combinations of different colors from the RGB, you will get a different colors available. Okay, so this is all about RGB. Let me go back to the presentation, and let's see. So to display the black, you have 0, 0, 0, and to display pure white, so you have 255. Now if you want to provide some gray, okay, how do you provide gray shades? Okay, so now if you look at here, if you want to provide this type of gray, you have to provide 60, 60, 60. Okay, and similarly if you provide the equal color, so they are basically providing equal values for all the three light sources. Okay, let me provide, since I am already having this, let me provide 60, and then 60, and then 60. Okay, let's see this now. Na. Okay, so this is a different gray. Okay, so this is how we provide the grays. You guys just experiment it with the 120 and 120 and 120, and similarly just experiment with 180, 180 and 180. So this is how we provide the shades of gray in red, green, blue. Now there is some other channel added to RGB, which is an extension for RGB, so which is called RGBA. So A stands for alpha channel here. So alpha basically ranges from 0 to 1, which is basically 0.0 to 1.0. Okay, so 0.0 is fully transparent, and 1.0 basically doesn't have any transparency. Now consider you have red, 60, green 60. So this is one of the shades in gray. Now if I am providing an alpha channel to this, as I said earlier, so alpha ranges from 0 to 1, 0.0 to 0, 0.0 to 1.0. So basically from fully transparent to the no transparent. So I will give 0. That means there is no transparency applying. Okay, now if I refresh this, see, there is no transparency. Since there is no I have provided 0, right, which is basically full transparency. Since we have providing the full transparency, I can't see that color. So you guys got it, I guess. For example, if I provide 1, okay, so this is how it looks like. So okay, there is no transparency. Now if you apply 0.5, this is half, right? Now if you look at here, see, there is a transparency applied, which is a 50% transparency to the color, right? So this is how it works. So RGB is one way, and if you want to apply some alpha channel, if you want to apply some transparency to that, then you can use RGBA. So these are the different options available. Okay, so now this is what we had seen, RGBA. So now there is something called hex. Hex stands for hexadecimal value. Now in our previous tutorial, I mean in the previous section, we had seen about RGB, so which is basically providing colors in the intensities of red, green, blue. Now we don't use RGB. Instead, we use the hexadecimal values of RGB, which are basically from 00 to FF. Okay, from 00 to FF. So this is how we write. We use hash and then followed by hexadecimal values from 0 to 255. Okay, now let me provide some color here. Okay, let me change this entire thing. So previously we had used RGBA. Now you have to use hash followed by hexadecimal value. Let me give FF, which is basically full color to the red. And then green, I am not giving anything. Blue, I am not giving anything. I am just saving this and I am going to refresh this. Refresh. Okay, see, this is the red color because we had applied, see here we had applied red. So this is how we use the hex values. Now even in hex there are some grays available. So how do we provide gray color? So this is how we provide the gray color. Okay, these are the shades of gray in hexadecimal. So this 3C is basically the 60. Okay, 3C stands for 60 in hexadecimal. Okay, and similarly 120 and then followed by 180. Okay, so this is how shades of gray. Okay, let me give some color here using shades of gray. So I'll give 3C and then followed by 3C. I'm going to refresh this. Okay, so this is what we had seen earlier using 60 in our RGB. Now this is using hexadecimal value. Now there is one more way, which is HSL. HSL stands for hue, saturation and lightness. Okay, so hue is basically the degree of the color wheel from 0 to 360. Consider you have a wheel. Okay, you have a wheel. Now you have divided that wheel into 3 parts. The wheel basically will have 360 degrees, right? So now when you divide it by 3, 120% of it, okay, 120% is basically the 33%. Okay, so 120 degrees will have a red color and then 120 degrees will have a green and the remaining 120 degrees will have a blue, which is basically from 0 to 120, which is red, and from 120 to 240 green, and 240 to 360 it will be blue. Now so hue stands for the degree of the color wheel. Okay, and then the saturation is the intensity of the color. Okay, so which will be represented using the percentage value. From the 0% basically says a complete gray, 50% says 50% of the gray, okay, and 100% says full color, and the final parameter is the lightness. Okay, so this is basically you are providing a light on top of a color. So 0% means no light, 50% means 50% of the light you are applying, which is basically neither dark or neither light, and 100% color means you are giving a full color, which is basically the white. So this is how you use an HSL. Okay, Now let's see. And these are the different shades of the gray available in HSL. Okay, let me provide some color in HSL now. Okay, so how do you provide this? The first one is the hue. So hue basically the wheel, the degree of the wheel from 0 to 360 degrees, and then followed by the saturation. The saturation stands for the intensity of the color. So let me provide. So how do you provide that? So this is in hexadecimal. I am going to change it to HSL. Okay, hue, saturation, lightness. Hue I am giving 0, which is basically this is for the red color, and then followed by I'll give 100%, which is basically the saturation. So saturation describes the intensity of the color. 100 is basically full color I want to give, and then followed by the lighting. I will give 100% lighting even here. Let's see the output. Okay, see here I have given 100% lighting here. That's why I'm not able to see any color, which is basically white. If I give 50% of the color, okay, if I give 50% of the color, okay, but if I give 100% of the color here, okay, so when I give 100% here, okay, see here this is displaying in white, so it should not display in white. Okay, let's see. Okay, so there is an issue here. So I have given 2 commas. Okay, now if I refresh this, so when I refresh this, saving this, and if I'm refreshing this, okay, so here we had given 100% lightness. Okay, so I am giving 100% lightness, that's why I'm not able to see anything. So now if I provide 50%, right, so when I provide 50%, I could see some color. So if I provide 0% lightness, that means I'm not giving any lightness. So this is how it displays. Okay, so this is how the hues, this is how the hue, saturation, and the lightness is going to work. So similarly there is gray options available here. Okay, so you could provide gray options something like this. Okay, so you could provide the gray options something like this. You can provide 0 hue, and then the saturation of 0%, and then light. If you don't provide anything, this will be in the black, and this is how the gray will work. And in hue there is something called an alpha again. Okay, so this is how we provide alpha channel to the hue, saturation, and lightness combination. Okay, again the alphas ranges from 0.0 to 1.0. Okay, so these are the different options available in HTML. So the different options available in HTML colors. Okay, so we had seen about RGB, red, green, blue, and then we had seen about hexadecimal values, and then we had seen about HSL. HSL stands for hue, saturation, and then lightness. Okay, that's it for today. Please do subscribe to Suresh Techs. Thank you so much.